big story. Disney scales back Snow White premiere. If you bring up the story, Alan, they already scaled back the UK premiere. Now they're scaling further back the LA premiere, which is next Tuesday, I believe.
Yes.
Is the premiere in Hollywood at the El Capitan Theater. That's where Disney does all their premieres. They're scaling it back out of fear that the PR will further erode sales for the movie. Pre-sales, by the way, are awful for Snow White. We'll do that after we read this story. We're gonna look at AMC if you bring up AMC, but like read this story first, if you would, from the Hollywood Reporter. Alan?
Yeah, inside Disney Snow White troubles. They need to get this over with.
That's the headline.
The Hollywood Reporter.
Oh my God.
Disney's live-action Snow White reboot starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot seemed like a can't-miss project 5 years ago. No, we knew it. We knew it 5 years ago. But have some PR missteps combined with anti-woke outrage turned marketing the film into a poisoned apple. Get it?
I like how you remember that line. That was good.
Disney Snow White won't hit theaters until March 21st, but for the team at the Mouse House, the date can't come soon enough. The female skewing live-action event pick, which remakes Walt Disney's cherished 1937 animated classic, has been under fire for years on social media due to combinations of the film's progressive creative decisions and star Rachel Zegler's controversial comments, while also suffering from culture war attacks that seem doggedly determined to torpedo perceived woke films no matter what. Who are they talking about? As a result, Disney is handling the movie rollout with in some unique ways. In news that broke out earlier this week, Disney is taking next-level measures to stage manage the film's world premiere in Los Angeles, March 15th. While the event won't be scaled back, as some headlines claim, the studio isn't allowing regular red carpet press to attend in order to prevent Zegler and Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, from answering questions on the spot. The studio's position is that they opted for a more celebratory, family-friendly afternoon event to match the tone and target audience for the film. Snow White isn't the first major film to manage a red carpet in a restricted way. Warner Brothers did much of the same at the world premiere of The Flash, starring the embattled Ezra Miller. The film isn't getting a traditional UK premiere. Instead, Zegler, who won an open casting call to portray Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, will perform in front of the castle in Segovia, Spain, that inspired the castle in Walt Disney's original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Even before the LA premiere news, however, there's a sense that Disney was being a bit bashful about Snow White. One theater owner and rival studio source says Disney's massive marketing machine has been uncharacteristically quiet until quite recently, noting advanced ticket sales didn't commence until Monday, less than 2 weeks before the film's release. Many of the studio's live-action film tentpoles in recent years have typically been booked at least 1 month before film open, including last year's Mufasa and The Little Mermaid. They've also been going through the motions on Snow White, all but saying, we need to get this over with. An exhibition source told The Hollywood Reporter, an advanced sales cycle is less than 2 weeks, just screams, we have zero faith in this thing, and it couldn't come at a worse time when the industry is trying to limp along to May.
Okay, end it there. Alan, don't you have a source also in theatrical? What did they say? I cannot wait to show you this.
Okay.
I have like what the theaters on opening night ticket sales.
So okay. So I'll tell you
what you heard.
So what I heard is that contrary to what this report says, is that theaters believe that this will be a success. Snow White will be a box office success, and they point to Mufasa. Because you and I talked about Mufasa. We talked about how bad it was, how horrible the music is. It's terrible. It was until I saw Emilia Perez, it was my worst movie of the year. Yet Mufasa, I believe, is approaching the $500 million box office point. And the feeling among theaters is that Snow White will do the same. And we talked a little bit about it on Versus, and Robert Meyer Burnett basically said that kids don't care. Kids don't care what Rachel Zegler, what her politics are, which is why I believe Disney has pulled back the PR. It's not that they don't want to promote it. A, they don't want to spend a lot of money to promote it, and B, it's best not to let the actors speak and just have a celebration about the film rather than a traditional press tour. And so I think this is actually a smart move on Disney's part. Just cut down your marketing budget, and again, unforced errors. Don't let your actors tank the movie before it comes out.
Yeah, well,
that's my feeling. So we'll see. I mean, box office will tell whether it's just us, shouting at the sky, or whether parents will take their kids to see a Snow White movie.
We shall see. Okay, anecdotal.
Yes.
This is the AMC. This is I'm logged into my account here for the AMC theaters. I am an A-list member. This is the Disney Snow White opening night fan event.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a special screening.
I'm going to look for tickets at the most profitable theater in America, which is the AMC Burbank 16. And the 6 p.m. show, which is the first show in Dolby, 6 p.m., AMC Burbank 16. I'm going to look, and there are 13 tickets sold for the opening night fan event in the Dolby Cinema. Let's see where it is in IMAX. I'm going to back out of this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will look at getting tickets for, let's see, not the opening night fan event, just a regular screening of Snow White. So AMC Burbank 16, advanced tickets, opening night, IMAX, 2 p.m. 5 tickets sold in the IMAX theater. That is huge screen. 4:45 show, a little later. There are 6 tickets sold. Again, anecdotal. Okay, the IMAX screening at 7:30. We got about 30 tickets here.
Yeah.
It's about,
that feels like parents with kids,
That's 10% sold.
Yeah.
This is a disaster. I mean, even movies like your lame whatever would completely sell out on opening night. Should I change the date? How about Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday afternoon, kids. Let's look at a 2 p.m. show on Saturday afternoon at the AMC Burbank 16. Are people buying advanced tickets? There are 2 tickets sold.
Hey, go to a regular screen. Parents don't want to spend $100 to take their kids. Okay. So go to the laser.
Laser. Okay, laser at 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, matinee.
No tickets sold. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. There's nothing.
Again, this is anecdotal. I think that the people who would go see Snow White are families that don't pay attention to any of this news. They're not AMC A-list. They're not buying advance tickets 2 weeks in advance. They're showing up to the theater, buying a ticket, and going to see the movie.
Yeah.
And the let's get this over with attitude. Look at that. That's an empty theater on a Saturday matinee show.
Yeah. I mean, what this shows is that there's no excitement behind this movie. Parents.
I selected.
Yeah, that's you. But again, this is similar to Mufasa. I think you'll see more tickets sold, the day of. I don't think you're going to see it in the premium theaters. I think the tickets that are going to be sold are going to be in the
by the way,
theaters.
The fan event screenings come with some premium.
Yeah, you get I believe it's one of those pop sockets.
You get like a pop socket that's a poison apple.
Yeah, there you go.
So advanced tickets for the fan event, people come dressed up. For Wicked, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you our screening, the screening we're going to will be full.
Let's see. How about forget Burbank, Santa Anita, which I go to sometimes. The fan event. Well, about 10 tickets sold.
Yeah.
That's it. The
Well, here, I'll show
opening night
you.
fan event. Do you want to share
Yeah, I'll
your
show
neck
you.
of the woods? You're in
I'll show you.
Anaheim.
Yeah, no, this is Orange, AMC Orange, our largest theater.
Wow.
Yeah, I think less than 10 tickets are sold for that fan event. There's 2 of them in Orange County. The other one's not doing that much better. Let me see. I can get to the other ones.
Well, I'm just again, this is all anecdotal. Let's see, AMC Century 15, that's on the west side. Let's look at this fan event. 8 tickets sold. No, 9. 9 tickets sold. This is like anemic. Even like for like the pack a theater on opening night. Opening night, you get like people. Let's look at the Grove in the middle of LA. It's about 15 tickets sold. This is disastrous.
Yeah, there's no excitement behind this movie.
There is none. I mean, Alan, will it be they've adjusted down the estimated gross down to like 55 million?
Yeah.
I guess kind of what the Marvels did. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think what's going to happen is when, once the movie comes out, we'll know. We'll know, A, is the music good? B, how horrifying the dwarves are, and C, how much of the objectionable material has been replaced. And we'll see if the movie winds up being fairly innocuous. I think you're going to see it do well.
Wow.
Once word gets out.
And I agree with you from this standpoint. I don't think that the audience for this movie buys advanced tickets.
Yeah.
I think they're not A-list members. They don't subscribe to AMC. They're casual moviegoers. They go to a couple, 2-3 big movies a year. They bring the whole family on a Saturday afternoon.
And they're not going to a premium theater.
They're not going to IMAX, or they're not paying a lot for tickets. They'll go to the basic theater. They'll get the popcorn bucket, and so in spite of the data, not a lot of advanced ticket sales. I think the audience for this movie wouldn't actually buy advanced tickets. It could see a bump. Final thoughts, what a comment.
Yeah, I mean, we got word that that a lot of Rachel Zegler's scenes were replaced by a younger actress, so it kind of tells the backstory. And I think my feeling is that Disney's they're gonna do what they did with Inside Out 2. They're just gonna remove all that objectionable stuff that we've been complaining about. And what may happen is we get a very bland, okay movie. And that's enough for parents to come out and give it Mufasa type numbers. Because again, Mufasa, I mean, who knew? We were predicting it was going to fail, and it didn't. And I feel like Snow White may be in that same position.